समझे, अब आओ मेरे पास, रह जाओ मेरे साथ, प्रेम निया मौसम छे। हो ही गई रात, मन भूलो बदीवार, प्रेम निया मौसम छे। अब आओ मेरे पास, रह जाओ मेरे साथ, प्रेम निया मौसम छे। मिल जाए मुझको अगर साथ तेरा, तो भूलूं मैं सारा गाड़ा तारा, छबीला तारा, रंगीला तारा, रंग वेद जुए तारी बात। गाड़ा तारा, ओए छबीला तारा, ओए रंगीला तारा, रंग वेद जुए तारी बात रे। गाड़ा तारा, ओए छबीला तारा, ओए रंगीला तारा, रंग वेद जुए तारी बात रे। छुप के तुम्हें देखा मैं करूं सारी सारी रात, सारी सारी रात।
छुप छुप के मुझे देखा तू कर सारी सारी रात, सारी सारी रात।
मिल जाए मुझको अगर साथ तेरा, तो भूलूं मैं सारा जहां। गाड़ा तारा, छबीला तारा, रंगीला तारा, रंग वेद जुए तारी बात। गाड़ा तारा, ओए छबीला तारा, ओए रंगीला तारा, रंग वेद जुए तारी बात रे। गाड़ा तारा, ओए छबीला तारा, ओए रंगीला तारा, रंग वेद जुए तारी बात रे।
बच्चा से खान मुझको दियो मैं रुख साथ म्यान बार जानो। बच्चा से खान मुझको दियो मैं रुख साथ म्यान बार जानो। बच्चा से खान मुझको पकड़ के तूने चलना सिखाया था ना, दहलीज ऊंची है ये पार करा दे। बाबा मैं तेरी मलिका, टुकड़ा हूँ तेरे दिल का, एक बार फिर से दहलीज पार करा दे। मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो, दिलबरो, मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो, मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो, दिलबरो, मुड़ के ना देखो दिलबरो।
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso Soami au kulana Kilondolose Suhaminami Kilondolose 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 Sumangishilana Kilondolose
Om Shanti, and thank you very much to the dancers, and thank you so much to Mohini Didi for coming, and this is on behalf of all of us. So we have 2 minutes of silence before Didi starts. Our topic today is very interesting, when deities meet angels. I also requested Didi that she could stay with us a little longer than 7:30 because she's only coming once in this group. So Didi, we hope you stay a little longer than 7:30 with us.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. It's really so wonderful to see Baba's angels, Baba's swans, gathering looks beautiful. So congratulations for making it to Madhuban, right? You feel very fortunate to be here. You fly over so many countries which are in war and conflict, and so you are angels, no? Different airlines, but Baba had said one time that it's airline of love that you all fly in, right? How many of you still feel like dancing? So let me see hands. I feel like dancing too, but I grew dancing in the sense, in the beginning when we get this experience of going in trance, so offering bhog. So in the beginning, like when I went first time, it was basically just the intoxication, and then I'm seeing Sri Krishna or, just few things. And in subtle regions, always there was dancing, we call it ras, with Krishna, gopis, and, all that, lot of intoxication. So during that time, without knowing that we are dancing, but our hands will move and like flying, in a way it's angels. So it's a kind of beautiful culture to begin with our joy and happiness. Right? So when you say, let's say I say, I am an angel, or I have to be angel. How many of you say, I am an angel? You are angels, right? Yeah? Let me see hands. Everyone. Baba gives the definition of a deity, human being with divine virtues, right? Deity also is a human being, but divine virtues. Right? So that is why they use two words, deity and devil. Devil is like devilish or vicious qualities. This morning, Dadi Gulzar, we were hearing her very brief class in Avyakti Parivar. And Dadi Gulzar said, each one of you have been provided with wireless set. Wireless set. That means your communication, whether it is with Baba, within the family, getting signals, sending signals. But what is needed for that wireless set? You remember, right? What is needed to have wireless set? Viceless. That means power of purity gives you the ability to communicate. And that is wireless set. No? And of course, what is needed when we are viceless, then the line of intellect is clear. When first time I was going to foreign land, we were very few of us, and so it was like a big thing to go to foreign country from India. And I remember that Avyakt Bapdada, when I was taking leave, keep your line of intellect, that is your telephone line, free, not engaged. So I thought it's all right. I took that blessing. And before going to New York, I went to many Asian countries, conferences, but went and came back. We knew that New York is a big city, and I don't know from where we will start, but there were few brothers, sisters who knew us and invited. So there were many things like whether we should go here or not for the program, so I immediately remember that Baba had said, keep your line of intellect free, not engaged. Like thinking lot, planning lot, and so then you will get my phone call. I don't know how many of you know that every cabinet minister or in Senate, all the ministers have a telephone. It's called red line. It's red color. I don't know different countries, but some countries have red. And that phone they never dial. They leave that phone for president or prime minister to call them. And of course, if there is emergency, but even otherwise. So I always how do we keep our intellect? Baba says plain intellect. Some have planning intellect, which is good, but planning with plain intellect. So it's like one of the very important power which is needed at this time is power of silence and power of peace. Power of silence and also power of peace. Because Shanti has both meaning. Shanti means peaceful. Shant means also silence. Because these two powers, especially silence of mind, silence of intellect, generally the energy of mind and intellect is to continuously function, right? Really you can stop or do silence, but it's very natural to think for intellect to, they both keep thinking. Some even say to me, how do I know this is mind thinking or intellect thinking, right? Both are thoughts. So observing silence from time to time. They say that listening is a big capacity. And lot of things can be resolved by listening also. If you go to a doctor and he talks to you 10 minutes, where is the pain? How did it start? When it we start feeling good already. But if you go to doctor, okay, you have pain, write this medicine. Okay, now this is your prescription. You won't feel happy. But when he asks you few things and you replied and created a kind of relationship, this doctor is very good. Why? Because he asked for your well-being. Is it true? So that means when you are listening, when doctor is listening, the patient start feeling good. So there are a lot of people, they don't like, someone start talking, you cut off that person or you start defending. If it's you something to do with you, then you start defending, or there is a kind of argument, or you want to prove, no, this is not how it is. But this whole week about truth and good manners, that if you are true, then you don't need to be stubborn to prove something. Because sanskars are there and they are always active. And they keep mind and intellect very engaged. But I find that, why I'm saying it, that according to drama, there will be many, many scenes in drama where you will need to use these powers. Just be quiet. So accumulation of this power of silence and also power of peace. I remember Dadi Prakashmani once was sharing that in Brahmin life what is needed most is patience. So she said once Baba, Brahma Baba was called in a council. There was a man who reported about Brahma Baba. And he was saying lot of things, lot. So Baba was listening, but Dadi Prakashmani was not feeling comfortable, and she thought I should get him stop talking. So she will try to get up, and Baba will say, sit, sit. It's like you don't have to, because you get little bit offended. You don't want Brahma Baba to hear all this about him. And she said, since then I learned that there has to be patience. Let that person speak out or whatever it is. So the question comes, somebody said, but should we allow that to happen? Should we allow that person to speak, or should we just say stop? Dadis had one very important quality which I realized after so many years, and that was through power of silence, Mansa Seva. Mansa Seva is not I say it and I'm sending good wishes. You are in silence. And the sakash of love, sakash of peace, not only light and might. Sakash of love, sakash of peace, sakash of silence. Because I said, one time in the beginning, Dadi Gulzar, we started service in Caribbean, Canada, all places. So she used to travel many times. I will be traveling with her. So once, wherever I will go, she will say, but what I will do sitting here, let me go with you. So I said, okay, we take you. So same used to be with Dadi Janki in the beginning when we were in London. Wherever we go, even in bus, she said, oh, I want to go, I want to go. Okay, Dadi. Even it was so difficult for her to get in the bus. We almost had to lift her because steps were so high. So they're not doing anything, we're doing, and they are sitting in silence there. So I thought because they don't understand what we go through, these things happen, they don't know. Then I realized they are sitting there, we are doing, and they are giving sakash. They're doing Mansa Seva to get that task accomplished. So I learned from Dadis that what we have to do also, whether it is task, whether it is a situation or whatever, you don't have to keep thinking, but be in silence and be peaceful and give sakash. So, the way a human being serves, and then an angel serves, and the divine person serves, when we are, like generally, we will start talking, giving course, or we talk, like we give lot of knowledge, points and all that. I think it's very good because people like it. But then second level is that the whatever powers you have accumulated, others should feel, I felt very light, I felt very peaceful, I felt, that means the presence create all these experiences. And lot in them which is undealt with or which needs to be healed, and because there are a lot of things within even our journey which we don't realize, but they are in, we want to take care of them, we want to heal them, we want to, no, a lot of people say, I want to be healed, I want to be this. So how do we, through our thoughts, but our words, help the souls to feel elevated? That means they left behind whatever should not be with them. One very important quality and the praise of God is remover of sorrow, giver of happiness. If someone is holding sorrow, you cannot give happiness. That person's sorrow has to be removed. But should we just keep talking about it, or our own power of silence and peace should help them to come out of sorrow and be happy. So a second level of service is not only through words, but it is through the powers which you have accumulated. Could be power of purity, could be power of love, could be power of peace, which Baba every day keeps saying, Baba looks at your account. And that is where our journey is about, whether it is divine virtues or that we have to be 100% complete. Complete means 100%. And we look at our chart and say, I kept patience, but after about an hour or so, in the end I lost patience, right? I was lot into, I was tolerating, or I had to face it, I was facing, but in the end I gave up. Now, that is the time really. One thing we have to do is to never give up, continue, and get the task accomplished through accumulated powers. But also, these days Baba had been talking a lot on being the embodiment, being the image. Many, very complicated situations will come, even in the outside world. We don't hear too much news, especially when we are in Madhuban. But still we know a lot is going on, right? Lot of warning about Third World War, lot of warning about lot of different things, right? And we are sitting here and we know, Baba has said, there will be extreme of everything. But we know that for us is the beginning of new energy, new golden age, everything new. So we are occupied with our thoughts, words and actions in establishing new. Knowing that yes, there will be more and more difficulties. I don't know if Sharona has already gone, but I was asking her, like things start getting very expensive, transport start becoming difficult, you cannot meet because of distances. But what keeps them sustained is basically to keep themselves busy in accumulating and also using. One way to accumulate is to earn. Other way to accumulate is also to use that power. So when you use it, it also gets accumulated. So when do a quality or a virtue becomes, we used to say godly virtues and now we say divine virtues, right? So purity and divinity. Without purity cannot be divinity. And when we talks about different gods and goddesses, like for Mama we say she's Saraswati, she's Durga, she's Kali, she's all the goddesses. It's one world mother, but she has different. And then we have interpretation why she's called Saraswati, because she is goddess of knowledge. Why she's called Lakshmi, image of prosperity. Why she called Durga, destroyer of the devils, like for each goddess. And they say that as is the need of the time and the situation, God through His power creates each goddess and each god. Very interesting that how they are born actually, how is Durga born, how is Saraswati born. So each one of us, Baba keeps saying ancestors and worship-worthy souls. Baba uses two words, ancestor souls and worship-worthy souls. And worship-worthy soul has a lot of power of silence too. There are a lot of stories, but one of the story in which main thing is that every god and goddess which they show being worshipped in the temple, their eyes, their drishti is very, very pure, very powerful, very sweet. Generally power is forceful, but our power is gentle power, sweet power. You understand? Somebody was saying word power is strong, right? But then our power is sweet power, our power is gentle power. It's not forceful. So serving or sustaining the self and serving both, they have to be through these qualities, through these powers. How do I sustain myself? Now sustenance here is whatever assignment you get, whatever service you're doing, you are very, very naturally, comfortably able to do that, play your part. play your role. So this Mansa Seva, serving as an angel and then becoming deities. That is why one word which Baba used in Murli I liked very much was angel karma yogi. Brahma Baba until the last moment was able to discern, decide, do action. Our Ramesh Bhai, he was very, very much like living body any minute. There were some very important things they asked him, and he was able to, whatever his experience was for the yajna, he gave advice. Last minute until that. So that means we cannot withdraw, we cannot, silence doesn't mean I am not at service. But until last moment, karma yogi, and it's only possible if you are also becoming angelic. That means our angelic powers, subtle powers are increasing, so our capacity to be server of a yajna or karma yogi becomes very natural. Otherwise, you will look little bit tired. Why this, why not this, this shouldn't happen then. But drama plays different scenes, right? But we should always remember, as Baba had said, the storms bring a gift. And each storm comes, no? Tufan mein tofa. And it's so beautiful that, one thing Mama used to tell us that anything happen, it should be a line on the water. Can you draw a line in the water? If there is a big ship goes, if you see the waves around the ship, big waves, and when ship has gone little further, if you look behind, there is nothing. It's very calm. Same as Baba keeps saying, merging in the ocean. Really, if you go half of the bottom depth of ocean, when there is no air reaches, because when there is no air, there are no waves. And then you look at the bottom, it's so calm, so calm. Many of you must have seen, no? They have those boats with the glass. Especially in Caribbean, I have seen some other places also. More you see at the bottom, everything is so quiet. They have some beautiful things. Only little fishes are moving around. And a person who swims, and there are people who dive. No, they dive. But when they dive, they find water. So, we have one sister, she loves to dive. She just goes. I say, why do you have so much temptation? As soon she saw a ocean, she just disappears. And said, why you are so attracted? She said, if you experience the calmness of ocean, so this is why also one of the important qualities is quiet mind, like peaceful mind, peace of mind, people say. But our mind should be peaceful mind. If you want to be constructive, if you want to be creative, if you want some new ideas to emerge, we have to go to the bottom of the ocean, Baba, ocean of love, ocean of peace. Merge in that. So when you merge, then you experience Baba's qualities also. And it's so interesting that we all have those qualities. We have sanskars of those qualities. But as in every Murli, these days Baba had been talking about soul consciousness and body consciousness. Every Murli, practice soul consciousness, practice soul consciousness. Soul consciousness will help us to not only understand but practice, accumulate. So, complete with divine virtues, complete with virtues. Some have list of 56 virtues, some have list of 36 virtues, some have list of 16 virtues. But one thing for our victory is you have to be very sweet. Why Baba says, sweet, sweet children, sweet children, every time. Is it because we like Toli or what? What is sweet? Is it traffic control?
अरे शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया वो होगा हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा जहाँ होता है मानव का धन वही होता है उसका मन इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन हमसा नहीं कोई जमाने में रचना रचता का ज्ञान जिसे पर ऐसा भी बनना होगा नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे यहाँ हमारा तन होगा
So to conclude, our aim is to become complete, right? As ancestor souls or as worship-worthy souls. I think in Madhuban you do feel, no, you are being worshipped, right? Like in temple they have a bell. This is the time for them to sleep, breakfast, their lunch, their dinner, right? You feel you are being served as prince, princess? Yes? Do you express that to them? I was telling them everyone is very happy, right? So sweetness, gentleness, kindness, sympathy, care, cooperation. I mean, these are practical, every day, all the time you require these powers, right? So pure, divine. Say things which are of firmness but very sweetly. That's what a Vyakti signal was, no? Authority and humility. Many people tell us, but you all have authority, why don't you do this? But authority doesn't mean humility with authority. So Baba gives us the balance of qualities, very joyful but also very deep and serious. Balance of both. Baba was also very humorous, right? But also he was very, very much introverted. Introverted also. So Dadi Gulzar was saying inner face. And then she was describing that how every sense organ, whether it is smell or hearing or talking, and if you have control, you are self-sovereign. So inner face, introversion, is a very good quality. But she said introverted doesn't mean that you are very serious. She said it's not good to be too serious. Good to be joyful, but also when it's necessary, be firm, be strong. So a lot of balance of two virtues also is what we have to look into. Anyway, you all are good effort maker, right? Baba always praised double foreigners every time he comes. Not only double effort maker, but honest and fast. And so this time Baba said, you all are very fast, right? So Baba always look at our, and he talks about one speciality every time. So have that self-respect and live with that self-respect and dignity of divinity. I call it dignity of divinity. We have to self-respect is self-dignity, right? A lot of people talk about human rights and all that is dignity. And we say we have godly rights, not only human rights but godly rights. Baba has given us in birthright, all the powers, third eye of wisdom, all these blessings Baba has given us. So we have to enjoy confluence sage with all Baba's blessings. efforts but no laboring, no struggle. Settling but no suffering. We have to settle, but shouldn't be suffering. So all these Baba's blessings, we use it, and I'm sure every moment here you are using it in worthwhile way, accumulating powers, so that when you return wherever you have come from, you're going with lot of treasures, Right? Your bags are full, yeah? Then people come to India, they do lot of shopping. How many of them shopping? No? Your kurta pajama, this is good, that's good, that is good, keep buying. So when double foreigners start coming, they will go to the village. Oh, so many things. They are so cheap comparative to our country. Buy this, buy this. So then they will come in the end. Oh, I had brought contribution for Baba, but I spent all money shopping. So we said, first you give Baba's contribution and then you go and shop, right? How many of you do that? How many of you give to Baba, yagya? Not only what we are served with, but also contribution means it's not we gave and that much we already used. So yes, whatever you need to show. Some people need things for the center and bhog things and containers or whatever. It's good to get it. So before Dr. Nimla used to be here, now Sudesh Didi is here, especially for double foreigners, all 6 months, right? We have other teachers from different places. So all that is for our sustenance, right? Okay, thank you. Om Shanti. We have totally blessing for everyone.
So we'll have some meditation.